Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakernomics. And today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on the latest Salehe Bembury Crocs collab. These are called the HORCHATAs. It's summertime here in the UK, and so light, comfortable, breathable footwear is pretty much the order of the moment. Saw these advertised across a whole bunch of websites. Decided to jump into a raffle for these and ended up winning from Sneakers and Stuff. So pretty happy to get them in hand. And momentarily, I shall give you my thoughts on them. So before we get into the review, I just want to talk about Crocs because Crocs have not always been cool. In fact, if you wanted to troll or prank a sneakerhead friend, say 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you would buy him a pair of Crocs for his birthday or Christmas. Unless you were a nurse or a kitchen hand or a dad with a lawnmower, you had no business having Crocs on your feet. I think a large part of the success of Crocs can be attributed to the pandemic, where we were at home a lot more in our comfortable clothing and footwear, and just being comfortable sort of took priority over looking quote unquote fly. Add to that the popularity of shoes like the Yeezy Slides and the Yeezy Foam Runners, and you get a situation where Crocs have gone from being pretty cringe to pretty cool. If you'd have told me 10 years ago that Crocs would be reselling, paired with outfits by pretty fashion conscious type people, endorsed by celebrities, I would not have believed you. But here we are in 2023 and Crocs are in, and this particular collaboration with Salehe Bembury is a big reason why. So these are called the HORCHATA, and HORCHATA is actually a drink made from ground up nuts and or rice, and this colorway obviously takes inspiration from the color of that drink. Monochromatic, neutral, very much of the moment. It's a pretty cool colorway. In terms of the design, it's the classic Crocs foam with this interesting conceptual design inspired by Salehe Bembury's own fingerprints. The material itself is quite squishy when you crush it, but is still quite tumescent to the point where it feels like it's still gonna hold its form and hold its own under duress. You have this strap system at the back, which is adjustable when you want to put these into sports mode, and you can wear these a couple of different ways, obviously nice and relaxed, or you can flip them into sport mode if you want to get a little bit jiggy. The insole portion has these like little serrations or little baubles that kind of massage your feet when you're wearing them, and they have these rubber traction pads on the heel and on the forefoot, which differ from the rest of the foam material to add a little bit more grip when you're wearing these. The price was something like £72, which okay is going to afford Crocs and Salehe a pretty tasty margin, I'm sure, but given the market of foam footwear, they're not dastardly. It's not a truly crazy price. I kind of like the aesthetic, you know, like they don't look like a normal Croc. They look a little bit kind of out there and a little bit different. They look a little bit more kind of upmarket and a little bit more interesting than your regular everyday Croc. And so I think they look cool. I like the colorway. The material is pretty fun. The only thing to do now is to chuck them on foot and see how they look and feel how they feel. Okay, the first thing I've got to mention is that these fit massive. If you don't already know, the Salehe Crocs run hella big. I would recommend going a full size down. If you're just wearing them in normal modes, they're completely fine, completely comfortable. If you want to do anything with even the slightest modicum of dynamism, I would recommend flipping it over into sports mode. You can adjust the straps, which means you can fasten yourself a little bit more securely into them. And the rubber strap at the back does allow for a little bit of comfort, but if you're wearing these without socks, I can imagine this rear heel clasp being a little bit aggravating. So probably wearing them with socks wouldn't be a bad idea, or break them in barefooted around the house so that you can get used to the friction on the heel. In terms of the comfort, yeah, they're really comfy. I mean, for goodness sakes, they're really light, really breathable. The insole has some grooves in it which sort of conform to the shape of the foot. So yeah, this is the type of shoe I could see wearing casually all day, every day without a problem. Okay, so let's talk about price. They're £72 or around about $80, $90 or something like that, which, as I said before, it's not crazy, particularly for a shoe that I think will last you a long time and that you'll be able to get heaps and heaps of use out of. And so on those grounds, I think they're a good buy. If you're looking to potentially cop on the resale market, prices are not crazy. They're right around the retail price at the moment. And so even if you wanted to just grab a pair to try them out, it's not like you're gonna have to pay way over the odds like with some foam runner prices, for example. In terms of like wearability and styling, as I've said before, I'm not a particularly fashionable type person. I'm not really thinking about a bazillion fits I can potentially get off with these. I'm not really fussed about that, but given the monochromatic HORCHATA colorway, I don't think you can really go wrong in terms of matching fits up with these. The color is super neutral, easy, I'm sure, to match up with all number of different things. Collectability, I think these are really collectible in the sense that they're not that expensive, in the sense that they are collaborative, and in the sense that they're somewhat limited. I mean, they're not really in the habit of continually restocking all of the Salehe Crocs. And so you could kind of look at these almost in the same way you look at the Yeezy foam runners. You've got a very simple base, a very comfortable, wearable clog sneaker that's going to come out in a whole variety of different colorways. And so in terms of collectability, I would say these are pretty cool to collect. And so it's a W shoe in my opinion. Definitely going to be rocking these a whole bunch. I think this would be like the perfect shoe to have by the door to just slip out to do a lap around the block with the dogs late on a nice summer evening, or maybe wearing with some socks and shorts to, you know, do some errands or go meet some friends or whatever. Good summer shoe. And then in the winter time, they can just sort of double as a house slipper or something like that. So there we go. I think they're cool. I think they're comfy. And what I will be doing is I will be comparing these to a few other foam shoes that I have in the collection to determine which is the best foam shoe. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Did you enjoy the review? Do you think these are any good? Are you still living in an age where Crocs aren't cool? Or have you decided to embrace the change like I have and pick up a pair? Thanks as always for watching the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.